¿Qué lo que? This is Sai Dennis, and we're back for another 2-minute Q&A Tuesday, where today we're going to talk about the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. So let's get right into it. So today's question is, I'm in the public service career and I want to apply for the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. Wow, that's a mouthful. We're going to call it the Forgiveness Program right now. But my loan doesn't qualify me for the program. What would you do? This is a really interesting question because since I didn't qualify for the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program because I'm not in the public service industry or career field, I never really did a lot of research outside of knowing that there was a forgiveness program available. Now that I'm doing a lot of research and I actually partnered up with Chipper, who's actually sponsoring this 2-minute Q&A Tuesday, I'm realizing that there's a lot more to this whole forgiveness program, and they have a lot of different prerequisites I want to go over just in case you're new to this. So the first prerequisite is actually being in a public service career field. And for a lot of people, we always think about teachers, people who work for the city, the county, the state, but there's actually a lot of other industries that do qualify you for this public service loan forgiveness program. Like if you work in the nonprofit sector or even some public ones. I have the entire list and some resources on my blog for you guys to check out, but now let's focus on the other prerequisites because there's a few other ones as well. On top of that, you have to work full-time. That means working technically more than 30 hours a week. After that, you have to be in a very specific loan, which is a qualified direct loan. And if you're not in that, you have to consolidate into one. That's a very big point. We're going to go back into that in a little bit. After that, once you have that federally type of loan, then you can apply for an income-based repayment plan. There's 5 different ones, and the reality of why there is 5 is because they have been revising them to make sure that they implement everyone's or different types of financial and life situations, like if you're married, if you want to do an income-based repayment plan, if you want to do a pay-as-you-go, everyone's situation realistically is different. So you want to make sure you pick the right one for you. On top of that, once you have all of that covered, you have to make a minimum of 120 qualified payments, which equals out to 10 years of payments. Once you've done all of that, then you can apply to get the rest of your loans forgiven. Whew, that was a lot. But let's go back to your question. Now that we know that your student loan doesn't qualify you for the forgiveness program, the first step you have to do is actually consolidate your loans into a qualified direct loan. From there, you want to reapply to the income-driven repayment plan to make sure you pick the best one for you. Now, I know this might seem a little bit overwhelming or a lot overwhelming because you've already been paying into your current loan, and now you're figuring out that you have to do another 120 payments on top of that. I completely understand how frustrating that may be. While I was doing my research, I was stumbling across a lot of different cases of people actually, of states like of New York actually suing these student loan providers because they've been doing abuse and realistically extending people's loans a little bit longer than they should have. And I think it's really important that we stay up to date with the news and become very aware if this is something that's happening to you. This is why it's so important that I actually partnered up with Chipper when it came to this type of content to make sure that you guys have all of the relevant information that you need to best position you to get your student loans forgiven. Chipper is a great resource if you're in the public service industry or career field and you want to get your student loans forgiven. From seeing if you qualify for forgiveness, getting your loans consolidated, picking the best income repayment plan. They have blogs, calculators, and a lot of do-it-yourself resources available to make sure that you are on the right path to getting your student loans forgiven. I just want to thank my community for asking me these amazing questions. Even though you might not think it, you actually are helping so many people who are going through the exact same situation as you. And even though I didn't go through that situation, I'm happy that I was able to do the research and partner up with Chipper to get you guys the information that you actually need to make the best financial decisions for you. Now, again, all the resources are going to be on my website, thepoisedlifestyle.com. Do not forget to share this information with all of your friends and family, and don't forget to follow me on social media. Bye.